Hello everybody, my name is Merc. We're back in the shadow of the Erdtree, of course. Specifically, now we're at the Cerulean Coast West, and I encountered some items we missed over here while I was investigating this last mausoleum, potentially. So, I came up here and encountered a bunch of shades praying as well as these living spells. They didn't drop any really interesting items. And then I noticed this parasite shade, and there was an item, you can barely see the corpse right there on the tree, and that item was this Gravekeeper's Cookbook, which allowed you to make peak bone arrows, which are animal bone bolt with putrescence soaked tip. We need congealed putrescence, it's a hard word, found underground in the land to where the stone coffins drift. Doesn't seem to do big damage. Bone modeled from animal bones. The tip is soaked in putrescence. Releases a white smoke at the point of impact, luring in foes of human build who are not in combat and drawing their aggression. Effective on demi-humans even if they are already in a combat state. It's craftable. Went looking for more smithing stone 3s but did not find them. I also bought some Rabath's great bolts after we handed in, or I handed in the bell bearing to the Twin Husk Maidens back at Round Table, and just has mention of Spell Machinist Rabath's innovative designs. But also, there's a path down here underneath this tree where the corrupted shade is. I have to imagine it'll lead over there. Also, I, as you can see, changed up my spells, added the Roar of Rugalia. And we're wearing the bear hat, so theoretically this will be even more powerful. Maybe I should have tried it up there, but it doesn't really matter. This is a little scary. Grass ahead. Does that mean it's a... I don't know what that means. It's a joke. They're laughing. Because this is a dead end with nothing but some ghost glovewort. I mean, it's one way to kill them. Not the most safe way. I also upgraded some more weapons. Our great stars, the spiked bloody hammers we have, are now fully upgraded. We need more somber ancient smithing stones. Where does this lead? Grass. First off joy, then suffering. Grass, grass. Dung ahead. Yeah, so I think grass is the Japanese equivalent of dung. Them laughing at the item, basically. Being like, you went through all that effort and all you got was this grass. And again, if my understanding is correct, and I only was reading about this on social media, so it could very well be incorrect. I guess grass has this looks similar to laughter when it is written out in one of the Japanese writing styles. I want to say it's hiragana and kanji, but It's been a while since I was studying Japanese at all. And I only like did it as like a small novelty. I never really, you know, got into it. I don't even watch anime, so all I know are some anime tropes, baka, among other things. But yes, I'm a baka. We are under the sea. Under the sea. Surely there's a giant crab in here somewhere. Oh, it's a prawn. Rolled a little early, but worked out. Got some crab eggs. Crabs. As you can see with the Silverhorn Tender, I was trying to farm out some threes. I don't remember what weapon I was upgrading. I also went through the inventory a little bit. I upgraded the Smith's Grip Hammer. I want this to be higher. Apparently, this will, when we upgrade this Heavy Battle Hammer, the strength scaling goes to S, which is crazy. And also, I upgraded the Red Bear Claw a little, but it's not enough to use. It's not what I wanted. I saw that weapon there and I'm like, oh man, thought I got rid of all of them. I guess I could have left it there. I should try leaving an item. I've never left an item in this game. There's no reason to if you're playing single player, of course. I wonder if that's what you want to do at that weird spot, because I went back here. Up here. And I was wondering, like, you know, I was hoping a message would pop up that would give me a hint. And the only one maybe message of a hint is a reference to an item. So now I'm wondering, do they want us to drop an item over there? Just seeing if there's anything on the coastline. Nothing but a penguin and a bunch of messages. Let's look up here. I still don't understand these weird worms. These spirit worms. This area looks nice, as always. More crabs down here. I'm gonna say that's not worth the effort. There is an item on top, though. So here we go. Just ride around the crab. Oh, there's another one. Did I kill that hammer behind, or the crab behind me with the hammer, or did the big crab kill the small crab? Because that's what it seemed like. Perfumed oil of Rana. Use FP to spout flames forward. I wonder if this is more like the other perfumes in the base game. Because I've never encountered a base game perfume. A small bottle wrapped in a bright red cloth. Filled with flammable perfume oil. Use FP to spout flames forward. The dancers of Rana keep these concealed as they dance, marking their height of their passion with an explosive searing flame of sweet, enticing scents. Weird. use a little FP testing it, which might mean we're not going to get our full buff combo on the Mausoleum boss here, but the last Mausoleum boss wasn't too bad, so we'll see. We are certainly scaled up. Try attacking. Maybe I'll try attacking. Dancer of Rana. I was gonna say, why would that be up here? Trying to put me in a blender. Yeah. I'm glad they put that greatsword tomb right at the start of the game, because then players don't have their fragments and they fight it first, and then, like me, they think it's the hardest boss in the game, but really it's a pretty simple thing. You just aren't scaled properly. But anyway. Dancing Blade of Rana, Dancer's Hood, Dancer's Dress, Bracer, and Trousers. Like, I wonder if you fought her first, if she would feel just as strong as Guts did at the start. Dancer's Trousers, long black trousers worn underneath the deep crimson dress of the Rana dancers, enhances the power of dancing attacks. Metal Bracer enhances the power of dancing attacks, designed to protect the sword-wielding hand. Bright red dress enhances the power of dancing attacks. The dance of Rana is one of burning passion, and the most passionate dancers never allow their fiery dance to end, losing even their names as they dance on. To see the passion fade is to see the dancer's flame extinguished. Decorative swords ablaze with impassioned red. A pair of weapons made to be wielded in both hands, used by the dancers of Rana, strike enemies with a dancing assault when executing a strong attack, unending dance, unique skill. Furious dance, formed by a succession of slashing attacks. Hold the button down to sustain the dance for as long as stamina allows. We're probably not going to want to use it because it's a dex weapon, but that's pretty cool though. You want to do some dancing? Also, I upgraded this Death Knight's axe. It's pretty good. We should maybe use that. Because I think this is, I don't know if this is scaling. I think this is a special weapon, so it uses sombers. And we don't have a great axe either. Why can't I read this message? Oh. Okay, well, so now what that means is either we go fight some furnace golems or we go fight Messmer. As much as I don't really want to fight Messmer, I think it's time. So now we got to think about things. We're gonna try with this weapon, even though I have a feeling it's not gonna be great. I want to see how lightning does versus this dude. I think it's a special weapon because I cannot buff it with one of these. We might already take off the torch as well. I imagine this weapon's not going to do us great. There's a summon sign here. 1545. That was an R1 though. 1963 on the jumping R2. Summon horn scent.
The grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Maybe I can summon horn scent later. That is new. I imagine it's because we progressed the horn scent's quest. Let's try some other weapons. Go with the classic. All right. Okay, you can get hit by that big fire at the start. I mean, you can get hit by the big fire, yes. But also the small fire. 2854, 2,000, almost 3,000 damage on this blade. But that's if we have all of our buffs on, we're doing significantly less damage already. I gotta stop dodging backwards.
Meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
So right now the objective is just phase him. We're just trying all the weapons as well. That was the wrong attack. $32.94 with these. It seems like Slash is not that bad. He's not that armored, so it makes sense.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
It's probably going to be these swords, I have to imagine. Let's test out some more stuff, though. I kind of don't even want to test the fire hammer because it's fire type. Let's do this mace next. $27.03. Very big delay there.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace.
Just hearing my dude scream.
Messmer's flame.
What is this? He's got like an anti-katana. It's like almost a front curved katana. It's weird. This weapon definitely ain't it. Let's try these stars. Something like that for now. I don't know what our drink is, but yeah, that should be fine. I don't know if Bestial Vitality is even worth casting, but whatever. We're pressing L1 now, I think. Yeah, 29-24 is not bad. If we can get the bleed off, then this might be very good. I'm spamming a lot apparently. We did get the bleed off. Let's try this for a little bit.
Embrace of Messmer's flame.
We need to That man's got a very similar setup as me. He's got the bear hood. This might help with the phasing. This bleed. The situation. And also we should drink. Well, that was extremely greedy, but we can make stuff happen at the start for sure. It is worth trying some more, I think. It does seem like there's a consistent way to dodge this opening attack, which I am grateful for. That is such a delayed stab. I remember that when we were trying this boss before. I want to summon the horn set, but also, you know. I gotta remember that there's an explosion at the end of that. You can punish it, but you need to be out of there and like running in. That's a big combo. A spicy meatball.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death.
Don't quite recognize
Messmer's flame.
the combos. Once we phase them, we're gonna rewatch the cutscene. Unfortunately, it's gonna take a second for me to relearn these combos because it's been a good while since we played, or since I fought him last. It's been maybe half a week at least. I don't know. Okay, big huge damage. We bleeded him in the middle. He's definitely gonna phase. Drink some water.
I will not suffer. Our Lord, devoid of light. No, Mother, forgive me.
So he's losing all semblance of light himself. Okay, there's some chance to punish that. That's the grab.
O lightless creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
Not quite sure what happened at that moment. There's a lot going on when you phase. If we can consistently phase, that might be good, but we didn't buff, so whatever. Also, I didn't dodge that. Unfortunately, you cannot buffer that dodge. You just have to get good.
Those stripped
Dang,
of the grace
man.
of gold shall all meet death. In the
Can't roll
embrace
backwards,
of
just
Messmer's
period, but
flame.
that attack will catch you as well. Unfortunately, not a real attempt, because I do feel like our buffs add a lot to our game plan. That's one way to phase him. Stop buffering. I keep buffering attacks once again. We chug in his face.
Mother. America.
America.
Upon thee.
That was so easy. I feel a little bad now. Messmer's kindling. Burns the sealing tree. The kindling that burned inside Messmer the Impaler, a dark thing eaten away at by a wicked serpent. Burns the sealing tree, said to be found at the old Rao ruins. Messmer, much like his younger sister, bore a vision of fire. Who's his younger sister? Okay. Eaten away at by a wicked serpent. What about this remembrance? A malevolent snake writhed within Messmer, and so his very mother plucked out his eye and put in its place a seal of grace. Yet having done so, her fear compelled her to secret away her child within the realm of shadow. Hidden away, keeping company with the original sin, and a hatred that would not be confined. I don't know if I want to think too hard about the implications there. Let's touch some grace. That was a pretty good fight. I feel really good about that. Obviously, we're very overpowered for it now, but whatever. That's kind of what I was inadvertently doing. I was curious to see how much we could do before we fought Messmer, but of course, is like you could do everything basically. So now we go to the sealing tree. And we unseal this tower, I guess. I'm surprised it's just like a pretty normal looking tree, you know, except for the fact that it's all curled up. Like the shadow tree, the scadu tree. Alright, did we unlock the final dungeon? I should have summoned the horn scent. Oh well. I imagine the story is going to progress real fast now. This DLC story. Looks cool. Looks like it would be like a Zelda dungeon or something, but even better. Oh, it's just warping us right to it. I suppose that's handy. Nice. We see that's where we were standing before. Touching some grace. Can't open the door because, of course. Got some new music. This was just the lift. Not much to see over there. Inir Ilim. I don't even know. It'll be bleeded. Well, it bleeded at the end. Okay, I'm glad to be in a new castle area. It seems really cool up here. What is with this tiniest staircase? It's like two beings intertwined by like horns wrapping around them. New vibes. I imagine most of these walls were probably not going to go along, like up there. I mean, maybe up there. Let's move on and see. Encountered one bird nerd so far. Who else shall we see? Mist or Beast? Will he just give you another set of grace straight away? Like, I guess. First rise. Seems we cannot warp when we're inside there. Okay, we got another big boy. What do they call him? Like bulbous? There's a word that is in the lexicon. This weapon is not it. This weapon is also not it. Praying to a tree. Sounds about right. Bunch of enemies there. Easy. Revered Spirit Ash. I was gonna run in there, but I heard some casting behind, and I'm glad I turned around. Do I have an interesting way of taking these guys out? Maybe. What about this? I'm not sure why that buffered so many attacks, but I mean, it worked. I did use all my FP, but it's fine. I quite like this new theming. Revered Spirit Ash ×2. We only need one more Scatter Tree Fragment for the next upgrade. Then we'll be at 18, which means we'll be missing... We're missing 7, I think. Total. Not happy to see more bugmen up here, but we're swatting them down. All that for some mushrooms. Can't use the horse. I guess this area is if you fall, then you have a ways to get back up. That said, don't know how to get up there, but I guess you have to go up and around. Just like sand falling. Boo. feel like they made these like tree branches a lot more forgiving, because in some other games they are not. Spira summons a spiral of light that erupts at the enemy's feet. Faith 48. Superior sorcery of the Tower Priest. Wrap one's arms together and hold them up to the heavens to summon a spiral of light. The spiral is a normalized crucible current that one day will form a column that stretches to the gods. There is an item on that broken staircase over there. I'm kinda lost already. I suppose we came from down there, okay. Wait, so did we miss that item? We might have. It's not really a necessary item, but let's go back down here and see if we can go. I guess we can't go up. Is there like a... Oh no, there is a staircase. We just didn't look up here at all. What about over here? Shortcut, didn't expect detour. I want to see a shortcut. Obviously this leads back down. I'm just curious. Have we been down here? So can't use the horse. I think... Yeah, this is just going to the Dancing Lion boss room. So I wonder if you can just beat this game or beat the DLC without even killing that Dancing Lion. He's actually just entirely optional. Because you just get warped there once you burn the tree, right? So... I'm looking real bloody. It makes sense that it's right here, though. Let's go up. Just to see this item and I guess the view. I don't like that. There's like a horn knight. Oh, there's a gold mask. Of course there is. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little tired, but I think I can hold out till the end of this video. We need to go back up and around. And then we deal with this fellow. Oh, he's a Dancing Lion Knight. Rude. Yeah. Ouch. I expected some tough enemies, so I'm not really surprised. That's partly why I didn't want to go up here. Because I kind of figured that was going to be a challenge. This kind of sucks. I don't know if we're going to be able to what we're going to be able to do here. Because I don't want to fight all this stuff again. Likely God. Try east. I'm assuming, yeah, we're just referring to the tree, but I wanted to double check. I forgot that he just kind of goes in. I knew it was coming, but I still like was way too late on the, or way too early on the dodge. Aside from the lightning gimmicks, like it's pretty much just a Horn Knight, so there's no reason for this to be giving us that much trouble. He's got a lot of HP though, is partly the issue, I guess. I was gonna say, we're just gonna run past these guys. These guys, what are they gonna do? Chase us? And here we are. Not the best method of doing this. Alright, it's time to pull out the gimmicks. I got greedy, but I had a feeling it would work. I just need to do one trade. Yeah, I didn't need to die there. This is sick. Oh my god, what? Maybe I am too tired for this. The buffering in this game might be one of the biggest buffer windows in existence. At least for greed attacks. They really want you to go for that greed attack. I don't know why, but it feels like some attacks or some actions can be buffered easier than others. Oh crap. Really? Now I just feel shame. I'm not having a good time. It's getting real late. I'm gonna give it one more go. And if it ain't going, then I think I'm gonna go. Just cause I'm glad we got some stuff done, but now I'm feeling particularly low spirits because I'm just tired. My eyes are glazed right now, I'm not gonna lie. I've been up. I got up real early today. I'll say that, like, earlier than I should have for a weekend. But I did get a lot of stuff done, so that's how that goes. That said, I'm like real tired now. All my caffeine has passed through the system, so I'm in scramble mode. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. But yeah, I'm gonna make this a two-parter episode, per usual. I just want to have long episodes so I can, you know, progress through the game. Otherwise, what's the point? But yeah, I'm gonna call it for now. See you in a sec. Hello, everybody. My name is Merc, and we're back in the shadow of the Erdtree. Specifically, the Cerulean Coast. This peninsula here. I was here prior killing slimes just because I was curious as to what they might drop. And I also noticed that there's actually a path down here. I noticed when I was up there, I can see it. So that's a thing. There's definitely a way down, which I didn't quite realize when we were here last, which is kind of silly. I guess I didn't really explore this place as thoroughly as I thought I did, because I also missed the mausoleum entrance, but it's fine. I think now that means that we've got everything else. Also, when I came back here, I warped to this cross, and there was an item on the ground, and it was a note from Lita, a message, who is Needle Knight Lita, the one we encountered when we first were entering the DLC. So she references Dryleaf Dane, the monk we encountered. Dane passed on a message. The sealing tree is in the ancient ruins of Rao. It lies beyond the high bridge leading from the first floor to the storehouse. I will join you there once I have finished this task at hand. So she's referencing the sealing tree, which we already burned down. So this note was apparently left here a while ago. But also she references her task at hand, which was to kill the horn scent. So we might never see that horn scent again, which is why I'm a little sad I didn't end up summoning him for Messmer. It just kind of happened that I won. I was thinking too, like, if I'm handily winning the fight at any point, I should just summon the dude. But then I guess in that moment I didn't think about it. It does say she's right here. Maybe we'll visit her after we do this. I also, as I mentioned, killed some slimes, so there's a bunch of congealed putrescents. Again, I can't say it. This is the next day, the next morning. Oh yeah, I forgot this is supposed to be a part 2. Oh well. Bruise-colored putrescence that oozes from stone coffins, congealed into a large viscous lump. Bruise-colored. That's you don't hear that very often. Found underground in the land to where stone coffins drift, the putrescence is what remains of the impure lives kept within the stone coffins. Impure lives. Impure in what way? Like their crucible was tainted somehow? Also, you may notice I'm using a new weapon. I don't think this is going to really help versus these slimes. I'm glad I can use it and not fall off the edge while using it. We're gonna switch to the fire weapon because fire seems good against these slimes. I think if I would have hit that, I would have done extra damage. I'm pretty sure fall damage slightly scales depending on how long you are in the air. Yeah, I didn't play, like, last night after I called it quits because I was too tired. I did not play at all. I basically just immediately went to bed, did some final prep stuff, rendered a video, you know, uploaded other videos, but then went to bed right away. Now it's the next day, in the afternoon, did some stuff in the morning. And here we are, falling down a pit. It does look like there's a site of grace at the bottom. Way in the distance, many slimes along the way. I mean, we don't have to kill the slimes. Problem is, they want to kill us. When they're in a pile like this, it's actually pretty convenient to take them out. I was having a decent time just jumping around. I got some more smithing stone 3s out of it, so you know I'm pleased. That's what allowed us to upgrade that other hammer. That other hammer is like plus 18-ish, plus 19 maybe. And I made it scale with strength by turning it heavy. And then theoretically, that can be one of the items that we use consumables on, like the resins, and then we can like throw that around. So theoretically, I could put like a fire resin on it and then throw it at these slimes. But that seems a little unnecessary for the most part. I imagine for the most part it will just be unnecessary, but I like the option. Seems like a fun weapon, so yeah, we did more damage there actually. That guy's sword threw me off. Phantoms are fun, but so many times the phantom is there, I'm like, oh, is that an enemy? That time I knew. Of course. Wasn't it like Dark Souls 2 where the phantoms, there was like a mist zone where phantoms would attack you? Didn't they do something like that? Can't believe I didn't get a damage boost there. I guess I didn't fall far enough. Well, you hate to see that. Apparently this slime isn't invulnerable to my jump attacks. More congealed putrescence. I can't say it. Congealed putrescence. No one's out here saying the word putrescence. There's so many messages here. Like, I would have figured this out on my own, but at some point it's like, is it too much now? Did we go the full other way? Or now the messages, like there was fun at first because they were sparse and half of them were trolls, but now there's so many of them and half of them are trolls that it's like, you know, there's non-obvious trolls and then there's like obvious helpful ones. There's also obvious trolls, of course. But I guess because the game is so popular, there's like, look at all these messages, man. Like in Dark Souls, I don't know, would you see this many? You'd see a lot of summon signs and stuff once you did that mod. I just recalled that there was like a Dark Souls mod to help connectivity, and once you did it, like you saw like so many signs. It was crazy. It was a good time. All right. Well, we found a site of grace at the bottom of this canyon. We found the edge of the world. What's this place called? The Fissure. For sure, for sure. Oh, we could have taken the horse down. I was taking my time with it. I enjoy killing the slimes. Stone Coffin Fissure. Okay, I did not did not expect a whole thing down here. I'll expect maybe like a boss fight. Why is there a site of grace there and then there's a site of grace here? What? Like, okay. Sure. Therefore, first off, tranquility. Got that tranquilo. Tranquilo? Looks like quite the journey. Wonder if there's gonna be a lot of loot on these coffins. I mean, the loot that we were seeing were the grave gloveworts, which are put there on the coffins for remembrance, like something put them there. That's fun. So we might not see grave glovewort down here because I imagine there's not going to be a lot of people down here necessarily. Love to miss the slime. It's got an armor class of like 8. Oh, there are these people? Blood fiends? Are blood fiends people? This looks like death. I knew there'd be something. Why is this one? These ones are not taking my jump attack threat seriously. Why do they have slightly more defense or something? They're really trying to get creative with their slime drop timings. Because normally, like, well, I shouldn't say normally, but in the previous games, so we could have went down there as well. Still no horse. No horse ahead. But yes, in the previous games, the ceilings would be a lot lower. So for the most part, slimes would either get you or they wouldn't, right? But in this one, they're like dropping really early, so the idea is you're gonna run into them if you just keep running forward. This is a big one. Oh no, never mind. This guy was like spewing magic. I have to imagine there's nothing up there. But I saw that phantom do it, so I was like, I gotta do it too. So I already called out the fact that the coffins will likely be lootless because no one's actually been down here except for blood fiends apparently. And blood fiends don't have the wherewithal to have remembrance for these giant coffins. That said, you have to asked the question, like, what would have the remembrance? Like, apparently these coffins have not only been here for like millennia or something. Like, it's the only way it makes sense that the land has grown around it the way it has. Again, so these comments of grass apparently are Japanese players who are finding the situation funny. That's them laughing. Can't tell what this is. Is this a demi? No, this is a blood fiend as well. He's just below, so specifically did not want to do this animation because it didn't matter, but there be loot below. Shiver me timbers. Not sure why I pulled out the pirate voice. Not that I have one. I mean, I suppose that was it, right? I probably should. I'm running a D&D pirate campaign. I probably should have a pirate voice that I'm using, but I think everyone's agreeing with my character choices so far. None of them are just like stereotypical pirates right now. That said, we're going to be entering a big pirate town, so time to introduce a character like that with a peg leg, you know. There's gotta be someone. There's some pretty unique pirate forces in my Eberron campaign, so I'm mostly going with like canon pirate forces, especially right now. Yeah. The main other pirate force, like, because the players are pirates too, but they're like obviously a very small crew. It's inspired by One Piece, you know, so people are slowly gaining power over time until eventually they realize, you know, they have immense potential, I guess. That's what the player characters are in any D&D campaign, of course. But anyway, so they're starting off like as this small crew that barely got away from an encounter with the biggest pirate force on the seas, the sea dragons. So currently they're not necessarily, they don't have a bounty on them just yet. That's coming up for sure. Don't tell them that, but for sure once they get stuff going in this new town, they're gonna become a threat. So there will be a bounty placed upon them, but right now they might be kind of considered wanted by the sea dragons. But they're not infamous enough to be known by anyone else. And they're meeting other pirate forces as well, such as the Blood Sails and the Heavenly Fleet and yada yada, you know. I can't believe this one that I jumped attacked didn't even know that I was here. He just like heard a noise and was like, what? And that's why he took more damage when I did my jump attack there. Maybe if we did this area earlier, that would have been more of a challenge, but as it is right now, coming back here after getting all my shadow tree fragments, I got all them skibbities, so now I'm real strong like. Keep wanting to pull out my horse. Miyazaki giveth and Miyazaki taketh away. Kindly Mikola, I see you thrown away something you should not have under any circumstances. How will your salvation offer to those who cannot be saved, when you could not even save your other self? Your other self? Mikola, why do you have another self? Say what? Is this a skibbity? Oh my gosh, it's a skibbity, folks. Carved words coalesce, I abandon here, my love. Is this why Mikola did not love Moog? Is because we're gonna go fight whatever his love was? Why would he put it here with these coffins that are thousands of years old? Maybe he's the one who was honoring them, the ones up top. Although you'd think he'd want honor the ones down here if that was the case. So now we got a skibbity blessing of 18, which is crazy. I'm pretty sure it's 18 out of 20, which means we're missing 6 fragments, which to me means we're like 90% have, you know, I'm confident that 90% of the world has been explored now, like at least. Because I'm trying to think of like, you know, we got the whole map, we've been up and below here and everywhere else, so as far as I'm concerned anyway. This was the only weird spot on the map at the bottom here, and now we have like 3 bonfires down here, so it all adds up. The other one's in combat with us. Smithing stone 4, but yeah. Okay, we're even going underneath the sea. That's cool. I'm glad I found out whatever was down here, because it feels like I'm plugging a nice hole in the map, you know? I mean, it quite literally was a big hole in the map. Not sure how I want to tackle this area. Let's just continue on this coffin for the second. Appears to be nothing else anyway. Don't really see these nerds anymore. Like, we haven't seen these guys at all in the DLC. Oh, that's a good point. Is this an Everjail up ahead? They always spawn in front of Everjail. So that's not necessarily true, but they're mostly spawning in front of Everjails. Do you know what the lore is here? Oh, okay. Well, I can't necessarily say it, but what I think it is maybe this guy was going to give the grave glovewort to the coffin and then like fell down, got himself caught, and now he is in remembrance of himself. Why does this bird have purple wings? Do they all have purple wings? I don't think so. Dude. Yeah, please land. When they're in the air, it is so annoying. I don't think they all have purple wings. Maybe they do, but because there's no like bloom or any other effects going on, there's just like some slight fog in the distance. Maybe we can see the wing patterns better. I mean, they look cool. The gravebird design is awesome. So they must die. You having a good one? Having a day in the Everjail facility? Just another Monday, am I right, folks? That's rude. What did I do to you? I didn't even kill your friend or anything. Surprised the other one didn't start shooting right away. The congealed putrescence is causing them to attack. Again, I can hardly even say that. Makes me feel bad. Congealed putrescence. Like I can, but I'm like tripping over my tongue and my cheeks. My jowls. I don't know how I dodged that. Okay, sure, whatever. Okay, you have to roll. Sheesh. I don't even know how to get up there. I guess right here, maybe. Rude. Rude, but I get it. This was the second guy, so the bird had to be the third guy. As per Miyazaki's law. That was so... I don't understand death horse messages, even with the no horse ahead context. okay. I was gonna read that message and it was like, nah. Let's go back down here and wrap around. Lots of bombs. This is fun. This is what I was trying to do with the ghostly red worms, or the blue worms that are red sometimes. I mean, I'm also not a fan of just getting Grave Glove Warp, but it's reinforcing their system of like summoning folks, right? So, or not summoning folks, but summoning spirits, which, by the way, I want to say again, is actually an amazing system, and I love that it's in here. But I'm also the type of player, you know, where I don't even want to summon people as is, so let alone NPCs. Like, I have to have a good reason to summon an NPC. On my first playthrough. On my other playthroughs, I don't really care, obviously. I'm less special about it, you know. Nectar Blood Burgeon. Have we seen these? Said to burgeon forth with a nectar-like blood of abandoned Trina pooled. Abandoned Trina. So Trina is the other saint. Like, Saint Mikola is who we're chasing in this DLC, and Saint Trina might even be in the base game for all I know. Because my understanding is people were looking for more info about Mikola, and it's not really answered in the base game, which is why the DLC exists. Well, the DLC exists to make money, of course, but... Elden Ring 2, the quest to make more money. I don't know if they can do an Elden Ring 2. Like, surely they can, but they have to have another game in the meantime. And I think Armored Core did well enough that they're almost certainly almost certainly gonna be doing another one of those. Let me finish this coffee. I don't know. This has been much bigger than I expected. I'll say it again. Elden Ring, once again, is much bigger than expected. Oh, great. I saw the message there and it was like visions of underground tomb. This sucks. That's why they gave you the Sight of Grace there, because they realize... Well, not they realize, they know. I upgraded the Sunflower once. It's now one step away from being fully maxed out. I'm pressing wrong buttons. That's not gonna work. I just wanted to use the Sunflower. Alright, now it's time to murder some skellies. Get out of my face, every single one of you. Holy combo. Worst part is I'm pretty sure that's just the basic Dark Souls 1 Skelly combo. Did this other Skelly fall? He did. Holy crap. Now we got 2 flasks. What is this? Oh, great. Try blood loss. This is just a waste of time. There's more right here. I'm worried about the skellies. Mist or beast? Multi-layered Ring of Light. Incantation of those who serve Mikola. So he's definitely was down here. Produced a multi-layered ring of golden light and fires it forward, inflicting continuous damage on those struck by it. What is this? Destructo Disc? This light ring incantation was cultivated by a tradition separate from Golden Order fundamentalism. And it requires 36 faith, which we're quite a ways away. We could theoretically respec again to go even more holy. And like get these points out of intellect or arcane if we're not really using them. We are using the intellect points because I think that's required for Radahn's hammers. I want to try something. So I upgraded this hammer, and as you know, if the strong attack can be thrown, I was scared about the size of that animation. Right? It's 842, whatever. We can also... Actually, we could just put on this. The Messmer Fire Grease. Oh, we can't? Aw, man. Is it because it's heavy? Oh, I thought for sure we could put it on this. That's why I was like hype about it. Oh my god, I went the wrong way. Okay, whatever. In fact, put that on. Yeah, legit, we can't use it on this. Can use it on this. It's weird because this upgrades with normal smithing stones. It's not like a somber weapon. So that's why I assumed. Whatever, I'll just use this. Kinda don't think there's a point in doing this, but there might be something up there. I mean, somber smithing stone, or sorry, smithing stone 8x7 is actually pretty dang good. I did not think we'd be down here for 30 minutes. I want to say that again. There was like a hole back there, but I don't know how we'd get over there. That was a scary jump. My heart sank a little when I did it. More purple flowers. Another site of grace. This area is huge. I was like, what are these? They're just a bunch of animals just like sleeping here. I mean, sleep is a Saint Trina thing. Are the owls asleep too? They are. This is a co-op thing, co-op statue. So to me means it's time to do some fighting. I will never offer healing by praising the message unless it's a good message. Oh, please grant me the courage to fly to your feet, my dearest Saint Trina. Wait, this is Saint Trina. I thought Saint Trina might be in the base game. Let's pop the things. Did I sit down? I must have sat down, right? Please, message, get out of here. Yeah, I did. Okay. This is madness. Summon Tialier. I will never summon Tialier. What? What? Okay, that was just a combo. That was an intro combo. We got Nito on a horse here. Does seem like holy damage might be a thing. Now this is Death Horse. I'm gonna leave a Death Horse message. What is death? What is death? Is it an affinity? No. Is horse an enemy? Or is it a thing? It is an enemy. I'll just leave that. No gesture. Top of the stairs, people will see it. I conveniently had this weapon out. I swear I didn't know. I have no idea what's going on here. I just happened to find this place when I was meandering about. Because when I'm playing on my own time, I'm like, okay, let's go back to areas I've already been and make sure that I have gotten everything. That's why I'm more or less confident about a lot of these situations being quote-unquote clear. So you want to get hit by the horse, like, faux show, if you're gonna get hit. I thought he was going again. Okay. This is fine, I'm just being bad. Also, I should not be going after these souls. Per usual. Also, I should, like, get the gamer lean in. I was, like, slouching. At the very least, straighten the back. I was doing the opposite of the gamer lean. You know how the gamer lean, you like shrimp forward? Did I say shrimp forward? I was thinking like a shrimp. I guess like slouch forward is what I was looking for there. I didn't even buff, whatever. Look, you actually have some time to buff down here. So perhaps this is better. And the more I think about it, I think it is better because I don't think the putrescent night even... Oh, never mind, I lied. I was gonna say it comes out Didn't do the big combo. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Alright, it's an interesting boss for sure. There's a lot going on. Dodging that big combo seems like a lot, but it does seem doable. Definitely a combination of like buffer dodges and buffer instant dodges versus delayed dodges. I think what I want to do, let's just do this, then go down. I think the weapon buff is a little bit weaker, but I think it's gonna simplify as opposed to complicate how much we're doing here at the start. So now we can just do flame grant me strength, put the weapon or put the shield back on, and then drink, and then we're good. Okay. Okay, that's a 4-hit combo. It's half dead. Does it have a phase 2? Of course it does, but I stunned it. Oh my god, I got so greedy. I was trying, but the problem is I wasn't even getting greedy for strikes. I was trying to dodge and still failed. It's because I'm still not used to the moveset. Clearly, I should have came here much earlier. This is not that tough of a fight. Let's go for even more damage. Do Order's Blade, drop down, then do Flame Grammy Strength. This is the strat. Not that it matters. We could do this without even buffing the weapon. Just need to actually dodge and learn the moveset a little bit. So this is Saint Trina? Like all the purple flowers are down here. That adds up. I don't know if we've even seen that attack. I'm not like these attacks aren't even hard to dodge. I'm just failing. I did have the feeling that Saint Mikola and Saint Trina were, you know, involved together. It seems like they are romantically linked, perhaps. The unique run back, to be sure. You have a bit of introspection as you fall here. As opposed to Messmer, where you just keep running in over and over. What? I got so lucky there. I cannot get that. It's gonna phase. Come on, man. Holy crap, now it's the combo. This fight would have been over if I hit those 2 jump attacks. It's another case, man. Big boss equals you can't hit them. Like, what? How does that work? They're so like, it's because they're so tall and top heavy, a lot of these bosses. So they like lean forward like the sunflower or the dancing lion. And this one is exactly the same because the horse is like leaning forward. So if you can attack its slime butt, like, yeah, that's the spot, but you have to get behind it, do that. Otherwise they abuse their range by leaning forward on you. Just feels real bad to be like inside of them, in their face, and then you do an attack and it's like, actually no, you didn't. And it's like, oh man. And then you're like stuck waiting for the animation to finish, feeling even worse. I jumped that attack. You're not phasing already. Screw you. I don't even know how to dodge this. Like that, I guess. But it feels so random. Oh, sick. Really? This fight should not be giving me this issue. This is gonna be an extra long video because of this. I just want to finish this fight. This fight ain't nothing. We're Scadu level 18, man. We even have a holy weapon, like... How long is this drop? Now I'm curious. I'm watching the timer tick. This drop takes 10 seconds. Do you think that was like instituted by Miyazaki? He's like, okay, so they're gonna drop in this hole and they gotta fall for at least 10 seconds. Alright, well, not the best way to start that fight. Are you kidding me, man? Like, I got so lucky in that one fight and I did not even realize it. Are you kidding me? Frig, dude! Wait, what? Y'all saw the boss die, right? Oh my gosh, what happened? We need to just put on so much pressure that it's like stunned, it's comatose. Because that's what we did the one time. And then since then, ever since it goes into fire phase, I'm just in panic mode. I'm getting better at dodging the fire, but still. And I recognize there's like 2 different fire attacks, big fire attacks. One of them spews them out, and then they all come into the boss, so you have to like dodge out. We cannot miss that. Okay, now I'm getting tilted. I have to end this video because otherwise this... I don't know what's hurting it. I have to end this video because, again, it's going to go extra long and there's no reason for this to go extra long. So what we're going to do is I'm going to call this here. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one right after this. Bye-bye.